Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're back. We're back with the Rich Sports Report. Thank you to my loyal and faithful viewers and listeners. Just want to give y'all a disclaimer before we start this episode. Your boy has a slight cough and a stuffy nose, so I may sound a little bit congested and nasally here and there. So I just wanted to give y'all the disclaimer before y'all roast me in the comments or anything. But thank you. You know, we're back. We're back. Week 3 of the Rich Sports Report, like I said. I want to jump right into things. Last week, I came through with, the first-time scoreboard or scorecard of the teams I assumed that were going to win in Week 3 of the NFL. And I'm here to give y'all an update on that. We might do this. I'm gonna keep a running tally. We ain't gonna talk about it every week, but I'm gonna keep a running tally of my record and share it with y'all on the weeks we do speak about it. So last week I went 3-4. I got three teams correct that were gonna win, and then I got the rest wrong. I wasn't even close when it came to the scores. I didn't get any of the scores correct, but I will share with you the teams if you don't remember the games that I did guess correctly. So first and foremost, I guessed the Panthers to beat the Texans, which was expected. I also expected the Eagles to lose to the Cowboys, and I also expected the Browns to beat the Bears. I was correct on those. The other 4 games don't matter because we don't worry about the losses. We just keep winning. We keep moving up. We move past the losses, so we don't talk about those. But I wanted to talk about next week because I said we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this occasionally throughout the year, and we're not gonna do it every week, but we're doing it again this week. And this week, I just want to tell y'all we got some great games. My game of the week. We're gonna start off with the game of the week, in my opinion, the Pats versus Bucks. Why is that the game of the week? Because Tom Brady returns to New England. Bill Belichick versus Tom Brady. We finally get to see who really was the source of the success. We get to see the architect versus the molder. You feel me? With that being said, I think the Bucks are going to beat the brakes off the Pats because the Bucks are way better. The Pats are trash. If y'all saw the game last week, we can't score for shit at this moment. We can't get any deep balls. I love Mac Jones. He's doing his thing, but he can only do so much. His receivers aren't giving him that much help. With that being said, Tom Brady, you saw his performance versus the Rams. He's doing everything he can. He just has no run game, and his defense can't stop shit for shit right now. Their defense can't stop me from looking like Joe Montana. Real shit. Their cornerbacks are atrocious. They're working out Richard Sherman right now. Reports say they were working out Richard Sherman just to shear up their cornerback position. But it's not going to matter versus the Pats. Pats don't have enough firepower. Bucks are going to wax that ass. My opinion, 31-17 in New England for Saturday Night Football. Unfortunate as a New England fan, but like I said, when Tom Brady wins, I win. So I'm winning no matter what this game. Next, I want to talk about the Cowboys versus the Panthers. This is a matchup of 2 good teams, in my opinion. The Dallas Cowboys are looking really good. Dak Prescott looking like an MVP candidate to keep it a buck with you. And their defense is legit. Cowboys defense is really good. They're holding down the fort. You saw what they did to Jalen Hurts and the Eagles last week. I'm pretty sure they got 2 picks. They shut them down 21-41. I don't know what you expect the Panthers to do. Sam Darnold's been doing his thing ever since he left the Jets, but I just don't think they have the firepower to keep up with the Cowboys. The Cowboys offense is fully oiled machine at this point, and they're only getting better throughout the season. So I see the Cowboys beating the Panthers 27-20. Now, my Super Bowl pick, the Steelers, are playing the Packers, and boy, Aaron Rodgers has been looking real good ever since week 1. This man has not missed. He just gets better with age, just like Tom Brady. He looks real good. And the Steelers have honestly gotten worse ever since I brought up them making it to the Super Bowl. Last week, Big Ben just tripped over himself trying to, throw a ball. And he's a starting quarterback, so I don't know what the hell you expect of the team. With that being said, I have the Packers winning easily 28-17. Steelers aren't really doing it right now. TJ Watt's injured. Ben Roethlisberger looking a little iffy, suspect. Got to go with the Packers and Aaron Rodgers. Now we're going to go to the Raiders versus Chargers. Now, the Chargers beat the Chiefs. Who the hell thought that was going to happen? I know I didn't think that was going to happen. I was talking hella shit about the Chargers last year, always losing to the Chiefs. And Chargers fans, let me tell you, I am sorry. I apologize. Y'all niggas showed me that Pat Mahomes really ain't shit and that the Chiefs are beatable. Because they're 1-2 right now, and y'all about to verse the Raiders and Derek Carr, who are clearly doing their thing. I'm pretty sure they're 3-0 at the moment. And with that being said, I still have the Raiders winning. The Raiders are going to win 30-24. The Chargers have a good offense that I just don't think their defense can keep up with the Raiders. And the Raiders are all around looking really good. John Gruden got them playing them really well. And with that being said, I'm just going to move forward with the Raiders. Now we got 2 games left for y'all. Ravens versus Broncos. Lamar Jackson versus Teddy Bridgewater. Now, who really bets against Lamar Jackson at this point in time? You see what he does every single week. Running, throwing the ball. Second generation Michael Vick, but better, more accurate. With that being said, I don't think the Broncos can really stay with the Ravens. The Ravens are doing everything. They just won on a 66-yard field goal, so they got the offense, defense, and special teams. Broncos, they got a good defense, but their defense is getting older, and I really don't believe in Teddy Bridgewater. I think he's just that gap quarterback that you would bring in when you had like a rookie that you need to get up to speed, essentially. With that being said, Ravens going to wax that ass 21-10. And lastly, the most hyped, not the most hyped, but I feel like the most interesting game this week is probably going to be the Cardinals versus the Rams. Each team is actually 3-0. Kyler Murray has been playing his ass off. AJ Green is on the Cardinals. They got DeAndre Hopkins. Wow, just fucked that up. My fault. As well as just clicking on all cylinders at this point. The Rams, however, just beat the hell out of Tom Brady and the Bucks. And they're my Super Bowl picks for the NFC. So it's really going to be a tight game. It's going to be a close game. Now, the thing for me is that I think the Cardinals are going to win 35-28. Why? Kyler Murray, he can run and pass the ball. He's very accurate. He's very sneaky. He's very explosive. With that being said, the Cardinals are going to run away with this. Well, not run away, but win 35-28. And with that, we're going to move on to other news. And I'll be back next week to report on the scorecard and let y'all know how I did and give you a total score of how I am through the first 2 weeks of us predicting these scores. And I hope y'all ain't betting with my scores because I don't encourage that. But let's talk about a little bit of NBA shit. Now, you know how COVID is a thing. COVID's been a thing for the last 1.5 to 2 years, going on 2 years. And the vaccine has been around for the last 6 months, I would say. Now, if you're an NBA player, in certain cities, you need to get vaccinated in order to play. If you don't get vaccinated, you're not going to be able to play. I think it's very self-explanatory. If you don't play, you don't get a paycheck. Very simple. So vaccine equals playing, which equals paycheck. Now, we got a couple players who legit just aren't willing to get that vaccine or just haven't gotten the vaccine yet, and training camp has started this week for the NBA, which means preseason games are starting in 2 weeks, which means the season starts by the end of October. Well, it's supposed to start by the end of October. Now, Kyrie, Andrew Wiggins, Bradley Beal, Jonathan Isaac, 4 major players, 4 major stars in the NBA, all talking shit about the vaccine. Kyrie just doesn't want to be asked about it at all because, you know, Kyrie just likes to keep shit close to the chest. I respect that, but you play for the Brooklyn Nets, you play in New York. You gotta get that vaccine in order to play for Brooklyn at your home games. So if you're telling me you're not going to get the vaccine, that means you're not playing for 41 games. That's half the season. You can't do that to your team, especially like since basketball is such a team game. I don't know how your teammates going to be cool with that. And that goes for all the players. But especially Andrew Wiggins as well, because he's on Golden State and they actually need him in order to succeed this year, especially since Klay isn't getting back until likely January. So they need Andrew Wiggins for those home games. He can't afford to be missing time. And it is what it is. I respect these players' choices, but if y'all want to make that money, if y'all want to actually win chips and reach the goals and aspirations that you aspire to reach this year, you're going to have to get vaccinated. just like the rest of us. Lastly, I just wanna address this shit, this contract. And I ain't counting no one's pockets. I'm happy that everyone gets paid. I want to get paid one day like this. My man Michael Porter Jr. on the Nets, not the Nets, the Nuggets, man, they just signed him to a 5-year, $207 million extension. A 5-year, $207 million extension for Michael Porter Jr. This is the man that doesn't play any defense. He's on a team with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. He's the third option. He didn't really do much these playoffs. And they signed him to a 5-year, $207 million contract. Now, shout out to my man for making his money because, like I said, I'm happy everyone gets paid. These billionaires out here, they got too much money not to share. So get your money, young blood. But for the Nuggets, that's a massive overpay, in my opinion. Like, damn, you could have gotten him for way less than that. And I feel like they're going to regret this contract for years to come because they already paying a hell of a lot more players. So I just wanted to touch on that because that contract was just like crazy when I saw that. But with that being said, that's really all I got for y'all this week. You know what I mean? It was a pretty, uneventful week sports-wise. MLB's coming to the MLB World Series is coming up pretty soon. Well, playoffs are starting up pretty soon. World Series coming up shortly after. NBA season's about to kick off. NHL season's about to kick off. I'm not going to talk about it, but just wanted to mention that for y'all people that do like that shit. And you already know what's going on with football. So we're going to get jumping very soon. And with that being said, I love y'all. It's been great. I'm glad y'all tuned in to the Rich Sports Report. And peace.